Hello, vinyl community. I'm Gary, and welcome to Physical Format Rock and Roll. So this is an episode where I want to talk about a new album from Alice Cooper. So thanks so much for tuning in. So the album we're talking about, of course, is the latest release from the shock rock king, Alice. This is called Detroit Stories. This was produced by Bob Ezrin. Look at that picture on the back. Is that cool or what? I love that shot. There's the inside. This kind of looks like a little bit like the cover of The Dark Knight, the Batman movie. So anyway, this is his latest studio recording, and it is all about Detroit, or inspired by Detroit. Of course, the Alice Cooper Band came from Detroit, Phoenix, Detroit, but it's kind of where they broke big, and they were among a group of bands during that time in the very early 70s that had that kind of hard rock sound, as opposed to maybe the California style rock sound that was going on. They had their own scene, a more gritty, punkish type scene at the time. So anyway, this was recorded at Royal Oak, Michigan, which for those of you that are not familiar, that's just outside of Detroit. It's not very far from it. It was written in Detroit, supposedly. But anyway, it was recorded there by Bob Ezrin. It's a good sounding record. I've noticed that this album has got some mixed reviews when I've kind of just scanned a little bit there on, different social media. And I think part of it is because of what certain people might have in their expectations of an Alice Cooper record. Because, as you know, if you're a big Alice Cooper fan, the man has been all over the map when it comes to different musical styles. From anything to punk to almost Broadway show styles to hard rock to ballads to metal to new wave. He's kind of done it all. And this album is not a metal album. And I think that's probably what some people are not happy about. This is just a raw rock and roll record. If you liked the Dirty Diamonds record or the Eyes of Alice Cooper album that he put out, those albums here within the past, whatever it's been, 10 years or 15 years, you'll probably like this. Actually, I think a lot of maybe old school Alice Cooper fans who haven't bought anything. I know there's a group of people, Alice fans, that are probably in their early 60s or somewhere around there, that haven't bought an Alice Cooper album since maybe Muscle of Love or something. I think those fans would like this too. This is just very straightforward rock and roll. And what's cool is it has two songs with the original Alice Cooper Band, or what's left of them. The first one is Social Debris, which I really like that song. It's got a really cool line in there. It says, "I won't plug in to their machine. I hate the sound. I hate the scene. I sure ain't hip. I sure can't hop. I lost the script. I lost the plot." I just think that's a cool line. Alice has always been a good lyricist, in my opinion. And it doesn't stop here. There's lots of good lyrics on here. Alice has always had a sense of humor. A lot of people never got that, and they just heard song titles, or saw song titles like "Go to Hell" or "Dead Babies" and stuff like that, and they're like, "Oh my God, this guy's just a horrible, horrible, disgusting person." But Alice has always been tongue-in-cheek, and it's no different here. I know the album starts out with a cover of "Rock and Roll" by Lou Reed, not Led Zeppelin, and that's not too bad. But I just think it gets better once it goes along. And then the next song is called "Go Man Go." I think that one has Wayne Kramer on it. He might have co-wrote that. Then the next one is a song called Wonderful World, which is very sarcastic. It's kind of about the whole peace and love scene. It's got your nice Alice lyrics on that one. This album has guest stars on it. Joe Bonamassa makes a pretty cool appearance on a song called Drunk and in Love, which is a blues song. It's just pretty straightforward blues song, and Alice sounds good on that, and Joe sounds really good on it. Alice even plays some harmonica on that one. Other guest stars, it's got Wayne Kramer, Mark Farner, Larry Mullen Jr. is actually on a song on here. Steve Hunter, who, you know, the session player that did a lot of work with Alice in the 70s. He's on here. The other song that the Alice Cooper Band plays on, the members of it, is called I Hate You. And that's a pretty cool song. If you're a fan, you know, of the old band, you'll get a kick out of that. It's basically everybody is singing, and they're singing lines to each other, you know, and they're like insulting each other. And they insult Glenn Buxton, but they pay tribute to him also. It's very cool. And I'm not going to give that away because I want, you know, hopefully a lot of you will go out and pick up this album. Like I said, you know, just like the straightforward rock. It's even got a song on there that's, you know, kind of got an R&B sound to it. I'll let you look at one of the vinyls here. They're red. Well, the version I got is the red vinyl. I'm trying to think, you know, there's another really cool song on here called Shut Up and Rock, which I know a lot of us can relate to. I don't know who he's making references to. I will let you guys make up your own mind on that. When I say things like that, somebody makes snide remarks to me. But it's a double record set. It's 45 RPM. And it's got the lyrics to it. And it's just an overall good song, good album. I'm not going to go through song for song because I know there's a lot of reviews out there. But I just wanted to put my 2 cents in and tell you this is just a solid album. I will tell you it has a remake of, they got a song on here called Detroit City 2021, which the original version of this song, which is only slightly different, appears on The Eyes of Alice Cooper. But it's all over the place as far as some of the musical styles. I mean, most of it's just straight ahead rock and roll, but it's got a few different songs like a typical Alice Cooper album does, right? And this is definitely one that I really like. I'm not sure where the negativity is coming from some of the people on the internet. Like I said, it's just evidently not what they expected. They maybe wanted the more metal version of Alice, but this is just American rock and roll with Alice Cooper. And it's a good album, and I would suggest you go pick it up. So anyway, I'm Gary. This is Physical Format Rock and Roll. You can always find us on Twitter and Facebook. I appreciate any comments you guys would care to make on this album or whatever. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, by all means, please do so, and I'll try to learn to talk better. Till the next time, I will see you down the road.